The people of Britain, world leaders and royalty from across the globe will bid a final farewell to Queen Elizabeth II, the last towering figure of her era, at a state funeral of inimitable pageantry. At 6:30 a.m., 3:30 p.m. Est, on Monday, an official lying-in-state period ends after 4 days in which hundreds of thousands have queued to file past the casket of Britain's longest-reigning monarch at London's historic Westminster Hall. Watch the video above, the preparations for the final goodbye to Queen Elizabeth II. Catch all of your favorite shows on Channel 7 or stream free on 7+A. Like many across the globe, including US President Joe Biden, had wanted to pay tribute to the 96-year-old who had spent 7 decades on the British throne. "You were fortunate to have had her for 70 years, Biden said. "We all were." Shortly before 11 a.m., the oak coffin, covered in the royal standard flag with the imperial state crown on top, will be placed on a gun carriage and pulled by naval personnel to Westminster Abbey for her funeral. Here's everything you need to know about the funeral. How did Queen Elizabeth II die? Elizabeth died on September 8 at her Scottish summer home, Balmoral Castle. Her health had been in decline, and for months the monarch, who had carried out hundreds of official engagements well into her 90s, had withdrawn from public life, although just 2 days before her death she had appointed Liz Truss her 15th and final Prime Minister. Such was her longevity and her inextricable link with Britain that even her own family found her passing a shock. "We all thought she was invincible," Prince William told well-wishers. Funeral time, Australia. The funeral, attended by just over 2,000 people, will take place at Westminster Abbey at 8 p.m. Est before a committal service is held at St. George's Chapel. How can I watch Queen Elizabeth II's funeral? You can watch the funeral live with full special coverage on Channel 7, 7+, and 7 News. com.au. Anthony Albanese will be attending the Queen's funeral. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was among the expected crowd of 750,000 people who viewed Queen Elizabeth's coffin in Westminster Hall ahead of her state funeral. "It was a very solemn occasion and it was very emotional, and you could feel the emotion from people as they were filing through," he told the ABC. "What struck me most strongly in that room, in that moment, was the sense of history." Albanese will travel to the Queen's funeral by coach alongside other leaders as much of the world's attention focuses on London. Who else will be attending the funeral? Among the 2,000 in the congregation will be some 500 world leaders, including Biden, Emperor Naruhito of Japan, and Wang Qishan, the Vice President of China. The Queen's great-grandchildren, Prince George, 9, and Princess Charlotte, 7, the 2 eldest children of now heir to the throne Prince William, will also be attending. Where will the Queen be laid to rest? After the funeral, the coffin will be brought through central London, past the Queen's Buckingham Palace home to the Wellington Arch at Hyde Park Corner, with the monarch and the royal family following again on foot during the 2.4 kilometres procession. From there, it will be placed on a hearse to be driven to Windsor Castle in West London for a service at St. George's Chapel. This will conclude with the crown, orb and sceptre, symbols of the monarch's power and governance, being removed from the coffin and placed on the altar. Later in the evening, in a private family service, the coffin of Elizabeth and her husband of more than 7 decades, Prince Philip, who died last year aged 99, will be buried together at the King George VI Memorial Chapel, where her parents and sister, Princess Margaret, also rest. With up. And finally, thank you all for watching the video. Please like and comment your opinion so we can discuss together. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell to follow and update many other interesting news. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.